Get in there, you big furry oaf. I don't care what you smell. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are with issue 83 of the Build the Millennium Falcon series. Let's go ahead and take a brief look. The Pelta class medical frigate. And then we'll talk about Jakku Desert World. And then was Jakku the last part? Yeah. So we must have a lot going on here. Let's take a look at our parts, and then we'll kind of go through what we've got going on. So let's dump all these parts out. Looks like we got a fair number of parts this time. So we've got the other part of our plating. We've got our other framework and all kinds of detail parts for this. So, oh, and we have those two pieces to put the framework together. So the first thing we need to do is the framework, and then we'll get started on this stuff. All the way up to they want us to paint it. So this issue, I believe I'm going to go ahead and break into a couple parts. One part is going to be painting these along with the other ones that I've done. Get those all painted and ready to go. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and get started on this. We'll get the framework together. I've got to black this out, so we'll get that prepped and ready to go, and then we'll kind of go from there. So let's go ahead and get going. Get cracking, as they say. Whoever they are. All right. So the problem with putting this plating on ahead of time, like last issue, like they told us to, is it kind of makes it difficult to line these things up. You have to kind of wiggle your stuff around to make it work, but that's okay. All right, so there's just a smidge of a gap here, so I want to make sure that this will actually fit where it needs to fit. Basically making sure that all of these holes line up, and they do. So we're good to go there. So with that, let's go ahead and get this masked off, and then we can have it painted and be prepped and ready to go, since we need to get all this stuff attached. Make sure no holes. All right, so that is ready for painting. I'm going to go ahead and get it started, so that way we can kind of get this section finished off as quickly as possible, so that way, yeah, we can dedicate our full efforts here when we get back. So, be right back. Okay, painting's all done. Let's go ahead and get this attached. So this one's kind of different because all the others, I'm pretty sure, basically we put the entire frame together first, and then we attached the plates to it, the plating. Whereas this one was like, do half the frame, attach the plating, and then do the other half of the frame and attach the plating. It just seems odd that it kind of went that kind of out of order to me. I don't know why, but rather strange. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I got one more screw here. Missed that. Good. Usually there's 4 screws and, oh, there's actually 5 screws on this one. There's 2 more down here. For some reason I was only putting up to here where that piece was. Pay attention to the details. The Army was very big on pay attention to detail. There we go. There is that. That's all together now. Now we can kind of see what the next part is. The next part will be putting together these pieces. Before I get going, I think I'm going to go ahead and maybe blacken these. I don't know. But what I do know is I will want to figure out which one goes where. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So, oh, I'm not going to be able to tell. Oh, yeah, I can. So this one is going to go here. Just like that. That one is going to go there. Oh, here we go. Let's go with a 3. Ugliest looking 3 you'll ever see. 3. Okay. Then this one will be like that. Yeah, just like that. And so we'll put a 4 and a 4. All right. So those are marked. We're ready to go there. I'm going to go take care of something I need to do off camera real quick. And then when we come back, we will get all of these details put into place. Let's go ahead and cut these parts out first. I think I hadn't been cleaning these recently, but I think I'm going to go ahead and clean these ones. So I'll get these cut out, go clean them. Then I'll go take care of what I need to do off camera. I'm going to cut this one a tad bit long because I don't know exactly where that needs to be cut at. We'll figure that out as we're putting it together. All right, so there is a total of 16. Is that right? 16 pieces, I think. Lots of pieces. And that's obviously not counting this one. Oh yeah, it does count this one because I thought this one might have been separate because it's so damn big. So this little monster here became quite a pain just a second ago. Well, a second for you guys, but a few hours for me. So I dropped this piece. Make sure, yeah. So I dropped this piece, and it rolled off to the edge here, and it went between my sweatshirt and the edge of my desk, fell down, and I proceeded to look all over the place for it. Had flashlight, the whole 9 yards. Could not find the stinking thing, and it was very frustrating. Um, then I had to go to my daughter's jazz band concert, which was awesome. They got first place. It was a competition, and so that was cool. She's pretty stoked about that. They'd never gotten first place before, so good for them. But then I come home and we did our family chatting and whatnot and talked about it and ate and all those things. Several hours had gone by since when last I was here, and then get done. And I said, okay, I got to go find this part. Was all prepped, ready to go. Got a new batteries and a flashlight so I could kind of shine it across the floor and all those things. And let me show you where I found it. So I have this. So I have this little kind of shelf below my desk, and I put all these paints down there. And just on a whim, I decided to pull this out and take a look. And sure enough, it was right in there. It had somehow kind of bounced off my sweatshirt and went into the shelf where this was. So there you go. Relieved a lot of stress after I found it. That's for damn sure. All right, let's get back to cleaning this up. We got to get these all done up so we can get them washed and move on. All right, so we should have 18 pieces. 1, 2, or 17. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All the pieces are here. Yay! All right, I'm going to go wash these, and then we will come back and get them attached. Okay, here we are. Let's go ahead and get these pieces attached. Let me get this over here where it's out of the road. All right. I'm going to start on this one here first. So this piece is odd because, let me show you. So this piece goes here in these two holes. The one hole is higher, as you can see. It's higher than the other one, and there's no offset here. So I don't know how it's supposed to somehow fit in there, because it's definitely not fitting in the way that I would expect it to. Is there something wrong with this stud here? It looks oblong instead of round. That seems like a problem. Oh, I had a slot. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a slot there, and that fits down inside of it, in that slot. That's kind of interesting. All right. Now, before anybody asks, yes, those are supposed to be angled like that. And yes, that's supposed to be crooked. I've tried to turn it. It doesn't turn. It goes in crooked like that. Here's the trouble piece, the problem piece. All right, that's all for those. I'm going to, I'll get the base coat painted on those and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to mount those yet because we need to do the rest of the coloring, but we can mount these, right? So let's go ahead. We got 3 pieces left. We'll go ahead and get those mounted, and those go on the piece I just got done putting together. All right, we'll let those pieces dry. I'll go take these and get them primered and painted, and we'll come back and we'll see how they look. See you guys in a little bit. Okay, here we are. We've got, these were the 2 I painted. I went ahead and blacked them out. I hadn't painted these 2, so I went ahead and painted these as well. And I had to re-black them out because there was lots of overspray that got on the backside here. Look at that. Stray hair. It's not mine. Gary doesn't have hair that long. So let's go ahead and get these put on where they belong. And I had marked these previously, and you could actually see the markings still through the paint, so that makes it easier. Actually, I'm not going to mount these. Let's go back. Go back. So I still need to actually paint the detail colors. So I will do that probably in the next video. We'll get to those detail colors. Sometimes it helps to realize what extra stuff you have to do. Since this is just the base coat, there's definitely some additional stuff that needs to get done. So there you go. I've got all these painted. They're ready to go. I'll get them mounted when it's time, as soon as I get the detail colors put in. So look for that in the next video or something along those lines. In the meantime, that is everything, because we went ahead and put these additional details on previously on the front here. So this will be obviously the top. The top always has this part. Not always. There's only two of them, but both of them have that part, I believe. So there you go. That's everything for this one. And the next one looks like we're going to get some side frames, some more piping, and some side plating. So we'll see what all we get put on there. With that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. May the force be with you always.